This journal article is about how to engage children in the design of forbody interactive experiences. We present an approach which is based on physical theater practice. This article has been co-authored by myself, Marie-Monique Schaper, and Narcis. The concept of forbody interaction describes how the relation of the user's body moving in space with a computer control system promotes the generation of meaning. Our research focuses on the exploration of novel design strategies in forbody interaction, specifically for children and also in the aspects of learning. In this regard, we have identified 3 challenges that need further exploration. First, the need to make sure that forbody interaction is an adequate type of interaction for the contents that wish to be communicated. Second, the need for carefully align the design features and contents of the embodied activities with children's comprehension level. And third, the need to develop methods that facilitate designing for and with the body. To do so, we focus specifically on children as co-designers in the process. Childhood is a specific life period in which children have a very strong connection to their bodies. They make sense by moving around, by connecting to others, or by meanings of a situated environment. These skills and knowledge help them to be experts of embodied interaction experiences. The research question of this study was, how can we develop embodied design techniques for children? We specifically focused on 2 aspects. So the first, how to promote children's awareness on the body, and then the second, how we can help them to translate this knowledge into concrete design ideas for forbody interaction. In this project, we collaborated with experts from the theater school Plaudite. The case study was carried out during 8 co-design workshops over 3 years. In total, 19 children were involved in the project and 2 theater teachers. We focused on the content of the theater play A Midsummer Night's Dream from William Shakespeare. In our study, we focused on 5 different embodied design techniques that had been developed together with the theater experts. The signifying space technique is based on the documentation of the physical space through photos to gain insights into aspects that children find interesting and engaging in the environment. As you can see here in the picture, the children used cameras, and we encouraged them to think about situated narratives related to the play. We expected that this would help children to draw their attention towards the features of the physical environment. And also, we observed what kind of meanings they assigned to different aspects on spaces in the studied location. The small-scale prototyping technique is based on the production of representations of the physical space in a reduced size, and also they used self-constructed puppets. Here in the video, you can see an example where the children used different materials to construct a scenario of the play in small scale and enacted different interactions with the puppets within the small scale scenario that they created. We expected that this would help children to strengthen their notion of spatial awareness. Also, we wanted to train them to incorporate this knowledge in their design ideas and in relation to users' bodies' actions. The situated performance technique is based on the principles of the theater exercise called the machine of rhythms. This exercise works by one actor performing simple, repetitive movements of their choice related to the environment and an idea they chose. The other actors join in the exercise one by one with a complementary movement. In our study, we use this technique as an exercise for the children to translate their co-created ideas with they previously did in the small-scale prototypes into human full-body actions. We also wanted to awake children's embodied awareness in relation to their own felt experience, situatedness, and proxemics. The body shadows technique is a variation of body storming based on physical theater practice. The children used their full bodies to create the visual effects of shadows on a projection wall. In our research, we used the technique to offer the children a different way of expressing visual ideas. So we asked them previously to make a drawing of a specific scenario of the play and then to act them with their bodies. The group environment technique is also a variation of body storming based on physical theater practice. It consists of the performance and improvisation of a sequence of physical actions in accordance with an imagined environment. So each actor performs individually in front of the audience and adds a new physical action in the sequence. The general goal for this exercise for us in our research was to define interaction, design ideas that could be implemented in the prototype of the Forbody interactive experience. We used the technique also to make children think about physical objects that could be part of the interactive experience and how they would interact with them. For the evaluation of the 5 embodied design techniques, we used the Think for M-Code framework, which was also developed by us, which consists of 10 different qualities. You can see more details in the paper. What we would like to highlight here is that the sequence and combination of the first 3 techniques, signifying space, small-scale prototyping, and situated performance, were very useful to awake children's felt experience, which is quality number 9, embodied awareness. Whereas in the first 2, the children still presented some limitations about their understanding towards the notion of embodied knowledge, they managed to fully apply it in the situated performance technique that took place in the last session of the first workshop series. Summarizing, we had 3 main takeaways in our research. So the first one is that the techniques also revealed worldviews of the children, and this helped us to define not only interaction design ideas, but also content and visual ideas. Then the way how we implemented the embodied design techniques helped us to gradually introduce the children to the notion of body space and proxemics. And then finally, the order of the techniques used allowed the children to move from an abstract external perspective, which we still observed when we had the small-scale prototyping, to a concrete subjective perspective when you look at the situated performance. In future research, we will evaluate these techniques with non-performers and non-experts in physical theater practice. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation. For more details on the study, we invite you to read the journal article.